Hi, my name's Tracy Meisner, and welcome to Run It Like You Own It. Today is my first episode, so you'll have to kind of bear with me as I get going on this. But before I get started, there are several people that I want to thank that helped me get started going in this route. Number one is Kevin Patterson. Kevin has a great podcast called They Teach That. He interviews video and film teachers and broadcast teachers across the country about what they're doing in their programs and how they're getting started and all kinds of great information. So I would definitely check him out on They Teach That. I also want to thank Tom White. Tom started the Georgia Broadcast Facebook users group probably about 6 years ago, and I was one of the first to sign on, and I truly believe that this is the greatest place to get your information. There are probably about 300 of us video and film and broadcast journalism teachers on this site, and we help each other, and that's the whole basis of what we're doing, is we're trying to help each other. Next, I want to thank Don Goebel, who's just an all-around great guy. He's got insightful tips and lesson plans for film, video, and broadcast. Please check him out on dongoebel.com. I also want to thank Dave Davis, who is a master storyteller and an inspirer of people who want to tell stories. Dave inspired me to tell my story, and he's just an amazing teacher. Check him out. Next is Doug Green. Doug Green heads up one of the most amazing video programs ever at Carlsbad High School in California. So today we're going to talk about Run It Like You Own It. But before we get on to Run It Like You Own It, I kind of want to introduce myself, give you a little bit of background on who I am and what I believe and how I teach. This will be my 11th year. This is 2019. I'll be beginning my 11th year teaching at Alpharetta High School in Alpharetta, Georgia. I got my start in video 15 years prior to that, just because I wanted to do something creative. My background is actually in recording engineering. I was one of the people who graduated from Belmont University with a recording engineering degree in 1985 and went to work at the famed Studio One in Doraville, Georgia, and worked with Johnny Van Zant, who is now the lead singer for Lynyrd Skynyrd. Got into commercial construction for about 8 years with my family business, and I got tired of that and I wanted to do something creative. So I put together a business plan and went into the video business and started doing events, special events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, that sort of thing. And I did that for about 15 years. And as the economy was starting to turn down in 2009, Alpharetta High School sent me an email and said, please come check us out. And I did. And what I found was something I had never seen before. Teaching video in the high school. Didn't even know it existed. I walked in and the room was kind of abuzz with chaos. The teacher at the time was pretty much done with the class. She did not connect well with the students, and the students did not connect well with her. And so Alpharetta High School wanted me to take a look at their program. And what I found was students that wanted to learn. I was just amazed. So I said, sign me up. And I began in August of 2009. And when I walked into the class for the first time, I was not prepared. I didn't know what I was going to teach, how I was going to teach it. Yeah, I knew video, inside and out. I could speak video, but relating that to teenagers, that was a whole different story. And while I struggled that first year, and even my second year, it wasn't until the beginning of my third year where I started to get a light bulb. And that light bulb was, this is a business. I need to run this like a business. So I started to call back on all of the business stuff that I did over the last 25 years. And what I found was something really, really amazing. I came across this concept called Run It Like You Own It. It was actually used in business, and I had done a video for a company, and they believed in this concept like Run It Like You Own It. And basically what it does is it frees up the employee to actually run the business. So I want you to start thinking of your class as a business. And your students are going to have two roles in this business. One is they're going to be employees of this business, but you as the teacher need to view them as customers. So this was told to me a long time ago, that people don't stop eating at restaurants because they're no longer hungry. They stop eating at that restaurant because that restaurant does not serve them well. So in other words, if I want my steak cooked medium rare and you bring me my steak well done, it's not what I want. I want a steak cooked medium rare, and that's what you need to give me if I want to come back. And if you don't do that, I'm going to go find a place that serves that. So, I know what you're thinking. Well, I don't serve steak in my classroom, so it's not the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. However, you are providing a service. And if you just ask the customer, your students, what they want to know, what they want to learn, they're going to tell you. Are you going to have some students that are not going to tell you? Of course. Are you going to have some students that are not going to pay attention to you? Of course. We're not talking about them. They are actually in the minority. The real majority of students, they want to learn. You can ask students, do you want to learn? And they will say yes. They actually like when a teacher is well organized, well prepared, knows the subject, is passionate about the subject. You've got that student hooked. So, your first objective in Run It Like You Own It is find out what your customer, what your student wants to learn. It's okay if you don't know what it is they're wanting to know. But you're going to hear from them things that you didn't even think before. For example, in the last 2 years, the YouTube business model has become one of the, I would say, one of the most amazing things to happen to young people. YouTube allows students, young people, anybody, the ability to upload and have a platform of whatever subject is interesting to them. So, those students need to learn the YouTube business model. How do I know that? Because I asked. I asked them, and now this year I'm putting it into my curriculum, the YouTube business model. As far as I know, I think I'm the only teacher that's actually teaching that. So, I'm going to end it right here just so that I know that you'll come back for episode 2. And in episode 2, we're going to talk a little bit deeper about Run It Like You Own It. In the meantime, definitely check us out. I have a website called thevideoteacher.org. I also have a YouTube channel called The Video Teacher. The goal of the Run It Like You Own It program is to help film, video, and broadcast journalism teachers make the most out of their classrooms. We're a unique bunch in the fact that we're not only having to know how to teach, but we're also having to know a skill set such as film and video and broadcast journalism. And with that skill set comes the ever world of changing technology. And so run it like you own it. That is tried and true business practice that will never go out of style. There's really nothing new on the business front. And my goal is to help you, the film, video, and broadcast teacher, navigate the waters of teaching film, video, and broadcast journalism. Definitely check us out again on thevideoteacher.org, or check some of my videos out at The Video Teacher on YouTube. So, signing off for my first episode, I hope that I have given you some inspiration on helping you through the classroom. And until next time, keep teaching.